Hello and welcome back to another video. Today it is WOR round in the teens, I think. 13 maybe, 12, something like that. Um, Today is the new track of Las Vegas. New to the calendar, obviously. Never raced it before. Very, very low track grip. It's obviously a very hard track to get together. In the background, and sorry, I haven't been posting. My PC's been on like literal live support recently, so yeah, just needing to just get the racing in. Content take a little bit of a back step as we are slowly going to be heading into F1 esports season or F1 sim racing season. Um, Not sure when yet, but hopefully in the near future we should be getting some dates out to the public and yeah, just getting on with it. In the background is actually just Q3. Basically, a lot of people were doing last first. So Q1 we went out on inters and got through on inters. Q2, I forgot what happened. I don't think anything too taxing, to be honest. But here we are then. This is our first running Q3 pace. I didn't really know what it was like, to be honest. Didn't really have any benchmarks or anything to aim for, as it is a new track that we've done in the past or anything like that. But we are still going to get our head down, see what we can do. So yeah, this is our first Q3 run, like I said, hitting the apexes, and I'll take you on a run for our last lap to get a proper view or look at the track, what we'll be racing around and what Lewis and George in real life will be racing around in the near future. So far this lap has been a banker. It's been neat, tidy. Few just little hiccups and just not carrying enough apex speed here and there, but it's been a lap that's not going to get me 10th at the end of qualifying, hopefully, which is basically what you need for a banker. As we exit, I'm not too happy with it. They're not very good, but it is what it is. It's a banker, it's a 30.215. That won't be 10th in qualifying, at least. So, yeah. Now, this is the lap that matters though, as everyone knows. Freddie actually went pole with a 29.85, which is an insane banker. So we got that to beat. And yeah, I'll take you on that. The exit onto the main straight doesn't really matter because you're going to be gaining the speeds all the way up to the line anyway. But obviously, better exit. The handy, I guess. Into turn 1, missing the apex down to 4th gear. Not optimal, but again, carrying good speed through this fast right, good speed in. But again, you see there just the rear end wanting to step out, and there's a little bit there. Very hard to keep the car stable. Now, 100 meters down to 3rd, collect a lot of the inside curve there as we do nicely. Accelerate out up to 4th, 5th, and 6th through to 7th. Braking and turning. Gotta be watching out to not lock the front left and lock the rear tyres on the low track grip. Hooking these curbs, very nice exit out of there, to be honest. That's really the best exit I've got out of there ever, to be honest. 0.7 first, pretty nice. And then we've got to carry it on through this middle sector. Very nice on the cut there, and this is going to be double purple. See what we can hook up in the last sector. You see it in the top left. Freddie's already done a really good time. How much are we up on him? 2/10 nearly, I believe. Yeah, 2/10 nearly. 1.7 tenths as we head into the final corner. Are we going to hook the inside curb? No, we're going to opt to go around it. Good speed in. Good speed out. A little late on the power though. As we accelerate up 3 tenths. Is it going to be enough to challenge Freddie? I think it's enough. I say that I don't think it's enough. I was thinking it'd be the 2/300ths off as we go to the line. We are 200ths off Freddie, and Freddie gained 2 tenths on me in the last sector. So I have no idea what he did as he's coming to the line here for his final run. What's he going to do? 30.0, didn't improve. So yeah.
What in the wing?
It's like a car there. I want to say what in the wings. But yeah, 200 behind Frederick Rasmussen. Ismail Fassi 700 behind. And there's a big gap to Ruben. So me, Ismail, and Freddie look like the only ones to get a half decent lap in the end, as it's very hard to do, obviously. But now into the race. Frederick Rasmussen lining up on pole, as in second. Ismail Fassi in third, with Ruben Pedranio, I believe, in fourth. Yep, on the soft tyres actually, so 3, 4, 5 red lights, and away we go. This is going to be a bit of an unknown to, I think, most of us, but into turn 1, very cautious. Yeah, I don't want to really go guns blazing into turn 1 because I knew the outside line here on the first lap is going to be pretty superior as we keep the move into the first sector, the very long first sector actually, to be honest, like 44 seconds or so. Frederick Rasmussen, good start, leads the race. Ruben P up into third, obviously on those soft tyres. I think he ran a bit wide there and behind us. Now we're just going to pretty much follow Freddie as closely as possible because we don't want Freddie and when Ruben gets past them two getting away, because obviously we're going to be in a bit of a fight for second if that's the case.
Oh, I've been hit.
As I actually got hit from behind there a little bit from Ruben. Just not anticipating the amount of grip we had compared to him, I guess. But yeah, Ruben gets past us pretty easily. We're going to tuck back into the slipstream. And this straight in the race is the most criminal thing I've ever seen from a racetrack.
Mate,
so yeah.
the braking boards didn't load in.
Say the braking boards, so I think that's a little glitch, I'm not sure. The braking boards didn't load in.
The braking boards fully just didn't load in.
Until very late, as Ruben now going for the lead. Freddie not going to fight it, going to be smart. And now we've basically just got to get up behind Freddie, get as close as possible, follow him, just in case he wants to push along and stick with Ruben potentially. As he actually did try, but then Ruben got away and he actually got a 3-second penalty, so
I'm back getting without using, I think.
As we up behind Freddie now, see it, you're about to see the OP-ness of the DRS.
This is crazy.
As we're not actually going to go for it. As basically that attempt there was just me trying to figure out could I get him from how far back without using, and ultimately obviously he wasn't using either. That wasn't an attempt, that was just me working out, finding the range on how far back we can overtake from. So on to lap 5, we actually overtook Freddie and started reeling in Ruben P. But now you see it, Ismail Fassi 8 tenths behind, and they've already got a DRS open. We're already halfway down the straight. 8 tenths, remember, as Freddie goes past with ease. Ismail's pulling out. As we get into the braking zone, Ismail's pretty much on us.
That is insane.
As if we didn't use that little bit of ERS the first half of the straight, then Ismail would have got us pretty comfortably. So 8 tenths now I had in my head on how far back people can get overtaken from, basically. Ruben's knee just clattered the wall, I'd imagine looking behind. Ismail now looking for a move on Ruben as well. Ruben has just been triple overtaken by me, Freddie, and Ismail. So that just shows how ridiculous the
he just got triple overtaken.
How ridiculous the DRS is. And again, I'm not really showing any more of the race at the moment because nothing really happens. But see here, lap 8, we go for the move on Freddie. and easy up into P1 again. Worth to note as well, we've got some fast guys, Jana Otmir, Thomas Ronha, who are doing last to first, so they're going to be ones to watch out for at the end of this race, obviously, especially if there's some safety cars or something like this, just some shenanigans going down. And I was actually having to deal with brake dragging. This race, if anyone doesn't know what it is basically where your brake gets stuck on 1% as you're going full throttle, or just it. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anymore, but it just stays on like 1% every time. And yeah, it is what it is. Just got to deal with it, get on with it. And I was actually having to pull the pedal backwards, but yeah, 6 tenths, 7 tenths at Ismail, and now I see Ismail is gaining on Freddie, and that by this point I'm thinking this is a little bit of a sticky one for me. We use a bit of ERS. Ismail, we used up that half straight, and Ismail still was on our chuff again. So yeah, this DRS straight is ridiculous.
This is the most silly straight I've ever seen in my life.
As I say, that's the most silly straight I've ever seen in my life. Now, how to defend from Ismail as he sends it around the outside again. Inside here and then outside of this one's probably superior. Just been able to carry more speed around the outside. So yeah, good thing to note for F1 Esports. Just faster lines and just having to learn basically what's good around this track and what's bad, and yeah. Now Freddie Rasmussen leads again, but again we're really close to him. Probably going to be lining up a move. Same with Ismail and Caraton, only 2 tenths behind. So Freddie is looking like he's in a whole world of trouble as we head on to this this straight, because it looks like 2 Williams drivers behind are pushing me into definitely overtaking Freddie, and Freddie's messed up the exit as well, so he's in a lot of trouble here. Alva only 4 tenths behind, and we've not even opened DRS yet. So it looks like it's going to be me leading with Ismail, possibly Alvaro coming as well. This is going to
be messy.
As we use a tiny bit more to get back ahead of Ismail. Yeah, it looks like Ismail didn't really want to lead there. I had in the back of my head that they were going to try a double pass on the next lap. But you see here, the safety car came out. And yeah, I actually edited that a bit bad and didn't show when it came out, which I thought I did, but
oh well. I'm first.
See it. I am first in the pit lane.
Yes!
And you see it. There's been some glitches in the past where people get held and stuff like this, that and the rest.
Even pulled a gap, mate.
Ultimately, we didn't get held, which is good. And that was pretty much my biggest worry at that point.
What happened to Alvaro?
So yeah, you see him. End of the safety car period, lap 15, 10 to go as we cross the line. Weaving up tyres, warming up tyres. Just gonna see if we can get a good restart, and we do catch Tom Manley a little bit off guard there. Pull half a second gap, and then 2-minute 31 lap time, flying, mate. As I didn't actually realise how much grip I had. Going from old hards to new mediums with a break in between.
My bad, forgot to say, Louis.
Quite challenging. I'd say I shouted to, because I actually had someone else in the call with me when I was driving this race, or a few people. And I was going to say when I was going to go, but I didn't in the end, because I just forgot, pretty much. You see it. I'm just braking early, turning too early. Basically, because I'm the first one on the track, seeing the track conditions. It's not track conditions, but how much grip I have, basically, and it's proving quite difficult. Tom up behind, who's actually part of the AlphaTauri, F1 esports team, I believe. Looking quick. Same with Freddy, only 9 tenths back. Always looking quick is Freddy. Obviously a veteran in this series. On 17 now.
Okay.
Another safety car. So,
What happened?
now we've got a decision to make. As you just see, I'm just going to leave this little bit in and me just talking in the background.
What have I said?
I don't even know what I'm laughing at, to be honest, but yeah. Now we have a decision to make. Do we
Where's Louis?
pit, come out on fresh softs and fight our way back through field, or do we stay out? Originally I was going to pit,
They're all
but
boxing.
then I decided to opt against it.
They're all boxing.
Just mainly because I thought quite a few people were going to stay out, especially knowing that their mediums
Okay. Bit
are
late.
quite young. We actually had
Yeah, a
7
bit
people,
late, mate.
6 or 7 people stay out with us. Being Ismail, Alfie, Nicholas Longe, Jan Ortman, Declan Barrett, I believe, is making his debut. I think today, doing really good up in 6th or 7th place. As we pull the pin, and not as good of a restart this time, but more than good enough. Alfie and Ismail have actually started battling, so this could be a chance to get away. I saw them going side by side behind, and I thought, I'm going to punch the battery here, just in case that they punch it out really close and one outbreaks himself, or if they keep going side by side, then we can maybe build a little bit of a gap. But it didn't happen in the end. Ismail on lap 21 is looking really close. Does he have DRS now? I don't know. Is he going to fly past us? It doesn't look like he has DRS, no. So, one more lap and we're going to have DRS, and I pretty much am going to show this race to the end from this point, because it's quite manic. As you guys are about to see. So we have Alfie Butcher, Ismail Fassi, and then Yano just in behind. And interestingly to note, up in the top left, Thomas actually just got past. And now on the soft tyres, Thomas is the only one making them work. 1.1 behind with 3 laps to go. 3 cars in between us, and it looks like he's going to be a big issue as we head to the closing stages of this race. Is Thomas going to get Yano? See, we're actually lifting to try and get Ismail past because we know how OP the DRS is, and we don't want to get caught out. So here we go. Bit of a risky move, but it looks like it's paid off.
Oh, Alfie.
Brake a little bit early, just because I didn't want to. I don't know. I don't know what happened there, to be honest. I just didn't want to either miss my braking point or.
Well, brilliant.
Yeah. But now that has let Thomas run up into 3rd. 3 laps still to go. And now we've got a real big task on our hands. With these 2 safety cars, it's brought Thomas and Yano into play. And we've played the DRS very well. As you see here, me and Thomas are going to get through on Ismail. But ultimately I'd rather Ismail behind me rather than Thomas. So now we've got to really start getting our brain working and have to try and outplay Thomas on a 4-5 lap older tyres and a step harder tyres. So we're going to be about probably a second a lap off at the moment compared to Thomas. You see we're going to hug the middle of the track and then try not let him overlap us. Going to force him to the outside, because the longer we can keep him behind, the faster his tyres are going off than ours. So it looks like we've done it well, held it there, and now basically I know he's going to get me here, but my whole plan is to use a bit, put him offline into the next corner, and hopefully we can just stick with him. I think DRS pass him at the next DRS straight. Didn't really go to plan, didn't manage to put him offline that much, but you see here, this is where we're going to see how much grip we have. See, he's just got plenty more grip, just on power earlier. Yeah. So 5 attempts though. We've definitely done a decent job of staying close. Now we've got Yano in behind, so we basically just got to do our best to DRS past Thomas here. Run a bit wide, not an ideal exit. 7.5 attempts behind, but we can definitely, if we use a bit of battery, get Thomas here. You see it gaining, 5 attempts, 4 attempts, 3 attempts. Are we going to get him up the inside? Yes, just about. Braking just a tiny bit later than Thomas, and that's good for us. We've given ourselves another lap to basically just wait for his tyres to go off even more. You see it goes to the inside, we use a little bit of battery to deter him from doing that. And now Thomas and Jarno's now coming, stay to the inside. Thomas trying it around the outside, Jarno on the inside now. Thomas still on our inside, we're going to lose, he is there, so we've got to leave a little bit of racing room. And we get through pretty cleanly. And now this is where the shenanigans are going to start. We saw Thomas lifting, so we don't want to be into this corner next. In first, because you see on that DRS show we're 7.5 tenths behind, and we got him. So you see it, big lifts everywhere. Thomas, he takes the lead, but then I think he outbrakes himself massively, and now we've just got to pretty much just stay behind him. Thomas lifting, Jarno in behind,
Brilliant,
just
mate.
sitting pretty. As now it's getting pretty comical, but yeah, now we've got to pretty much just stick with Thomas. We want him to go into the leads, as he is going to be a sitting duck. But in behind, Nicholas Longo actually misses his braking point. Jarno hits Thomas. We narrowly miss him. Jarno up into second. We're in first, and that wasn't Jarno spearing Thomas. That was actually Longo hitting Jarno into Thomas. So yeah, now we are in a Merc
This track is
1-2
stupid as well.
somehow. With a lap to go. It's here. Look at the overspeed everyone behind has. As we're gonna let Jarno go. Well, I say let Jarno go. There's nothing we can do in the first place anyway. But and now it looks like it's gonna be a 1v1 between me and Jarno on the last lap. I knew he had a little bit more ERS than me, but ultimately we have that massive straight to deal with. So yeah, as long as we stay near, we're gonna have a chance. Definitely down that long last straight. You see Jarno just struggling with the back end. We are. Same with him though. He's there, just really close, are we? Yeah. Into the braking zone. Big snap of oversteer carry. Corrected it well though. Missed our braking point a little bit, but managed to recover it well. You see it, just feathering the brake. Just can't have the confidence to put it fully down because there's no grip in this track. Jarno now, it looks like we're going to have more than an opportunity to challenge him into the last chicane. But then again, we got another straight after that to carry on and hold the position. 30% battery, that's more than enough to get an overtake done. Through the left-hander, we've actually dropped the guys behind, so that just shows the pace we have on this last lap between us two. Opening DRS for the final time. We're now flashing. Jarno's still not flashing, so that indicates to me that he's got more ERS than me. But we're just going to go for it. There's not really much choice we have now. Purple middle sector, braking, getting it stopped right on the apex. Now we've pretty much just got to get the run out of the corner and pray that he doesn't have ERS. Here we go then, up to the line, and...
No, he's covered more!
Yes.
No!
Jarno had about 7 or 8% more ERS than me, I believe, going off that exit. And that was enough to just propel him past me and win the race, basically.
Mark 1-2
It
though.
is what it is. Decent race either way.
Just the prime molar. Appreciate it, mate. Thanks a lot.
Without the safety cars, I definitely feel like I had the upper hand to win the race. But yeah, that happened. Safety cars happened. GG Tiano, GG to Nico, Alfie and Alva on the top 5, and Declan Barrett on his debut getting 6th. Maybe higher because of penalties, but yeah, who knows. But yeah, appreciate everyone watching. First Las Vegas League race on this game. Safe to say, quite an eventful one. Quite a fun track actually to be racing wheel to wheel and just the tactics on that massive DRS straight. But yeah, appreciate everyone watching, and see you in the next one. Cheers.